What's it kind of been like to see him do that?
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I think they said he only shot like 4 threes last year. With this being my first year being here, he shoots the ball so well, and it's just surprising to me that he only took 4 attempts because we have a lot of faith in him shooting threes this year, and he's shown in practice that he's capable of stepping out and hitting those for sure.
Back in your hometown, what are you most excited about being in front of these Bearcat fans in a place where I'm sure you have experience growing up being at?
Yeah, I think I'm just, like you said, most looking forward to just being home. I'm a Cincinnati kid through and through. I love Cincinnati sports. So running out here Monday in front of all the Bearcat fans and having all my family here is going to be a really special moment for me.
You think you and Rayvon can kind of share that bond of knowing what it's like to play high school basketball here and knowing what it's like to have that kind of that small town but still in a big town feel?
Right, yeah. Ray and I have already pretty much connected over that. We've known each other for a little while too. Like you said, just playing sports in Cincinnati and growing up in Cincinnati. But definitely we can share a little history of Cincinnati to the other guys on the team for sure.
Coach Miller kind of emphasized on how this is one of your first healthy off seasons in a couple of years. Just talk about how you're feeling heading into the season.
Yeah, it's been a blessing, honestly. I think this is my first complete off season I've had in 2 years. Been either battling a surgery or recovering from a surgery in the off season. So it's been big for me to have a full summer and a full fall coming up to the season, just to be able to play live, play 5-on-5, work out, do all those things. So like I said, just super blessed to be able to be healthy through the off season and put a lot of work in this off season.
Are you still able to improve your game when you were going through those rehab problems? Like, does it make it really difficult to keep getting better when you're having to keep grinding in the rehab room?
Yeah, you always try to find a way to get better, whatever that is. I was just limited. I was really limited to form shooting when I was hurt. Not a lot of moving, and the way I play, I like to move a lot. I like to cut. I like to shoot off the move. So that kind of limits me with the way I play. But I always tried to find some ways I could still get better. But not having any restrictions while I work out and the off season it's for sure a huge help for me.
You mentioned your relationship with Coach Miller when you originally committed. How has that relationship evolved during this off season?
Yeah, Coach is one of the main reasons I came here. Also just being from Cincinnati, but just coming in here every day and in the off season, just getting to know each other a little bit better. I love Coach Miller, and I think it's definitely grown since I committed. Just a more strong relationship, being able to come in here and compete, and both winning mindsets. So it's definitely grown for sure.
How does your game fit into the style that he wants to implement this season?
Yeah, it's a free-flowing offense. I like to play in actions. We have a lot of actions that we go off of. Run in transition, just high basketball IQ players playing off flow. And I think we have a lot of guys that make the right reads and play the way I play. Just kind of just go with the flow and play off action and random back screens, back cuts, just a lot of random offense.
You've obviously been playing for a while. If you could go back and tell your freshman year self maybe some advice or something that you tell these true freshmen here at Cincinnati, what would it be?
If I was to go back to freshman self, I would definitely go back and just tell myself to really, really take care of my body. Coming when I was a senior, I could not stretch and go out and hoop and do the same thing. But then when you get to this level, it's you really got to take care of your body. Extensive treatments, getting in before practice, getting in after practice, stretching, getting in the cold tubs. All those things that are going to make a difference when you play 30-something games and sometimes 3 games in a week.
You mentioned Rayvon a couple minutes ago. Just talk about another freshman in Jizzle James and what you've been able to see from them here this offseason.
Yeah, 2 tremendous players, great athletes, play the game the right way. It's been awesome just to be able to get on the court with them and try to share some of my knowledge with them. They love to work. That's the one thing I've noticed. They love to work, and they're always willing to learn. So when you love to work and you're willing to learn as freshmen, you can be pretty successful.
A lot of depth and positional versatility on this team. How has that helped with the development of the entire roster?
It's huge. We can play different lineups. We can go small. We can go big. Just a lot of diversity with the length we can use and the sizes. So yeah, it's going to be tremendous just to have just a deep lineup where we can give teams different looks.
You're a guy who shot over 45% for an extensive stretch in your career from beyond the arc. Is there like any 3-point feat that sticks out to you, either in game in your career, or like maybe what's the most threes you've hit in a row in practice, something like that? Is there any kind of shooting feat that sticks out that you've been able to pull off over the past few years?
I think when it comes to shooting threes, the one game I remember most, I was at Iowa and we played North Carolina. It was the COVID year, and I was like 5 for 7 from 3. My buddy Joe Wieskamp was like 6 for 8 from 3. My other buddy Jordan Bohannon was like 6 for 8 from 3. Like we just shot an insane clip from 3. I think we had like 20-something threes between the three of us. It was insane. But that's one that stands out.
And Coach West, do you see any similarities to Coach Calipari and Coach McCaffrey?
Yeah, a lot of those teams, it's been an easier transition because a lot of those teams play fast tempo, and Coach is kind of the same way. You want to get out and run and play free. So yeah, definitely some similarities.
You mentioned having a lot of family and friends for the home opener on Monday night. Do you have an estimate of how many fans and friends are going to be here for your homecoming?
So
Full section.
I get 4 tickets, so that'll be my mom, my dad, my fiance, my grandma, and then my uncle has like 4 season tickets, so that'll be taken care of. And then my cousins are coming, that's 6 of them, and then I have 4 or 5 friends coming, so that's like 20 or close to 20 right there. So it's going to be close to 20 night one.
Being a Cincinnati kid, what does the crosstown shootout mean to you?
Yeah, I've been asked this question a lot since I've been back. That's the one thing people love to talk about is the crosstown shootout, and it's unique for me because I have so many great memories growing up with that rivalry. I remember the big thing in my family was my dad would always the treat would be on a crosstown shootout night. He would bring Skyline home and we would watch the games, and just wars, absolute wars. So I'm super excited to play in that. It's a big deal for the city of Cincinnati and Cincinnati fans. So hopefully we can teach some of the guys a little bit about the rivalry. I sure have a lot that I remember, but super excited for that one.